Okay, so we will start with this employee management system. I think yes, employee management system. So this will be the third part of the video, and like we are here to like handle submit. Basically, when we click on submit button, so over here, what is when we click on submit button, so now you can see we are getting error. So now validation is fine. What we need to work on, like when we submit all this data, we need to call an API. So I have already installed Axios. Okay, so I've already installed Axios, which we are going to use, and I will directly create a file over here, api.js. So why I'm creating this over here directly, you can, like, if you directly come to this video, so please go back and watch other videos, CRUD operation and everything. So and after that come to this video, and this video also has part 1 and part 2. So then only you are going to understand everything. If you directly jump to this video, then it will not make any sense, because we are on the third part. So go to the first part, second part, then come to this. And over here I have created api.js. For this you need to check my other videos, because I'm going to write directly over here itself all the APIs. So we are going to use Axios. Okay, so now first of all over here, so whenever we are clicking on handle submit, so what we require to check for validation is done and all this is working fine. Now over here we need to write how we are going to handle the post request. So how we are going to submit the data. So we'll create a payload, constant payload, that will be an object over here, and we will name it first name colon first name dot value, because we just want to send the value. Okay, Nair and Rajesh, we just want to send the value, not the other part, because first name has lots of other things also. If you'll see over there, we have lots of other things for first name. If you'll see here, first name, name, label, but what we want to send, we just want to send the values. So we will just get the value from there and we will send it for the first name value. Same for last name, it will be last name and last name value. Then we have department, will be department dot value.
Address,
Then we have address will be address dot value.
email ID,
Okay, we have email ID also. So email dot value. Same we will have
mobile number,
mobile number. So mobile is there or number is there? Number is there.
number,
And one, two,
gender,
three, four, five.
gender.
Gender is also there. Gender also has value.
Hmm.
Okay.
Male, female, and all those
Let me
things.
check everything. Gender, address, everything is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. It should be 6 and 7 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it is fine. So we have the payload ready. So we'll log it first of all. Okay, what we are getting in payload. Our payload is, so we'll just log it here. Let's do this. We'll have a test. We'll write last. Department, we will select any, and email ID will write abc at the rate .com. Mobile number will address will do abc xyz. It will mail, and let me console part. Clicked on submit. Okay, so we got proper all these things: address, department, email, first name, gender, last name, number. So this is done. Fine. We need to post it in the API, and everyone knows, like, if you are aware, we are using CRUD every time. So for this also, see our last video. So this CRUD is used for CRUD operations. So we will use this base URL basically. So this will be the base URL for us. So let me create a base URL over here. This is my base URL. Now what I want to create an call an API. So we will on handle submit we will call an API that will be constant call will or else
Post API.
submit data basically. Submit data will be the API. Okay, we are going to receive a param. We basically I use param for parameters. You can use anything whatever you want. This is an arrow function. So we are going to call an API over here. This will be a sync and we'll use await over here. So before that I will not write lots of things. I will just directly copy our last video. For post API we have this. So if you want I can explain you. So post API call is there. Payload will be there. Sub URL will be there for the wherever we are going to do. This will return true. Base URL, sub URL, payload. So payload will be the data which will be sent. Sub URL will be the file name or path name where we are going to store the data. So now I will directly call here. What is the post API call? I will call. So you can send the param over here. Constant, or else we can just have response. Response is equal to await. This will send, and over here will if response is true, then what we are going to do? We are going to navigate it. I don't think over here we have navigation. So we will navigate it directly to home page again. Constant navigate equal to use navigate. You know now why do you use navigate? This is used for navigation. So after this videos and everything is done, CRUD operation, this we will go through all that like hooks we will go through it. So for navigation we can directly do this. If it is true it will, or else we can even give an alert we can give. It will say employee added. So this is done. Now to submit data we will call submit data here with, and we will send payload. And as we know submit data has payload, but this what we say, uh, uh, post API has two parameters. One is param, another one is base sub URL where we need to. So over here we will do employee list. This will be our sub URL. Now let us see why we are getting error.
That base URL name you have written wrong.
Same, okay, base URL itself is wrong. Axios is not defined. So over here we need to, now it is fine. So this is done. What we can do, we can go to our, okay, this is our application where we can check it. Check endpoint. If you'll go, there is no call, no data, nothing, no resource, we have nothing. We are going to add it, so we'll refresh the page, credit. This we will add Ramesh Kumar. Over here we will give it finance, anything. We'll do admin, email admin, Ramesh at the rate gmail.com. Mobile number will go, so address will be Ramesh XYZ Bangalore. He is a male. That is fine. We will check the network call here, whatever network call. So we will make a submit request. So network is called employee added. Okay, once we click on OK, we will be navigated to home page. We came to home page, employee added. Now let's see whether our load dashboard. If you'll see, one request has been made, employee list has been created. If you click here, so you can see the data has been added. ID is automatically generated from CRUD itself. So one of our data is created, one of our employees added. So our addition of employee is fine. So I will not add much more. I will just add only one. Now I will jump to directly to the home page. Okay. So now we have home page. Over here, what we need to do? So we need to show the employee cards. Okay. So we'll create a div over here, which will have all the employee data like card. And before that, we need to make an API call. So I will again copy the code from here itself to get API call. So whoever like confused this part, so you can like directly check our last video. Over there we have written this line of code individually. So this is your code, everything is fine. Get API call. To get the API call, to get the API data, we are going to so what we are going to do, we are going to use lifecycle method, use effect. So on component mount, if you don't know what is component mount, for that also watch my previous videos. Okay, so on component mount, we are going to make an API call. Okay, but before that we required state to store the employee list whatever we are going to get from API. So we'll name it employee list comma set employee list. So this we are going to use again hooks, use state hooks. So I'm going to create video on this also, what is use state hooks and everything. So we have initial values array because we are going to get array itself. So employee list and all. So what we are going to do, we will set the data over here. So over here what we need to do, we need to call in API. So over here we will create a function constant get employee data. So we are going to pass the param means the folder from where we are going to get the employee data, and over here we are going to call get API call, and in this we will pass the param, but this will be async await. If you don't know about async await, still for that also I think we have discussed all these things. Constant response equal to await all these things, and this we will call here. And as why we are giving over here employee list, because our what we endpoint is employee list, so from there only, this folder only, we are going to get the data. All data are stored over here. The param is not defined, so we are going to do this. I will not save because this will make an API call, and we will directly log it here. We will log what we are getting in response. So I will copy this so that we will have a better understanding what we got. Okay, so everything is set. We are on home page. If you see on home page, if you refresh the page, API call has been made. It has made twice, so for that also like we need to optimize it. So preview, you can see we get one data. Okay, and in the log also, in the response, we got response. Inside the data we have array, so we know from where we need to get response to data, we will get that data. So what we will do, we will set over here itself, set employee list is equal to response conditional rendering, and no, so conditional operator we will use, and over here data. So we will store this. So this is done, we got our data, and now we need to show that data over here. So we need to do some styling and all. So before that, but rather than that, I will go with this employee list is there. Then we need to map, we will map it, and we will have employee emp. So I'm using all the shorthand operator like so, because this is our third or fourth CRUD operation which we are doing. This is not even CRUD, this is something major Like this is more standard way, and we have got like a more complicated coding over here. So to, if you are not understanding all this, so request you all, like please go through all the videos, then only you are going to come on this level. So you might be thinking like I'm going very fast, but you must have missed all the previous video. So go through all that things, so you will have, you will know it. So over here we are going to use material UI card, as we are using material. So we'll go to component, we will have some cards. So this card is fine I think, or else like this is also fine. If you want, what we will do, we will use this card. This looks fine. So over here we can have name, but it has lots of things we don't want. This is fine. Image, we will have name, we will have address, and over here we can share something department. So we'll directly copy this code. We want this, so we will copy this code entirely from here to here. So I will paste it directly here. So I know all import we need to do. So we'll import it. So we'll import it again here. And in the last video, as you can see, we have to optimize all this. So more of the things like we are not optimizing, we will optimize it later. But as of now, we need to make it at least this way, less line of code. I think button is already there. We will remove this also, and we will import it here itself. Typography will import here, and rest we can delete it. Okay, so this is fine. It looks good. So now what we need to do, over here we want name. So it will be name, we are using name with first name and last name. So what we can do, we can just join it here. So we can join it using string template, first name, last name. So this will be mp dot Rajesh and Nair. If you have any doubt, anything, if you think, just stop me there, huh?
Okay.
But I don't expect you both like stopping me, huh? Because you should be pro at this. Name is fine. Over here we need to show the address. So we can just use that emp dot a double d address. And this is like a button which they are using. We don't want button. What we can do, I don't know, like let it be button as of now. We can share the, but this is not good. But the card which you have selected, so it is likewise. So this is fine. Department is fine. We just had department now. I think everything is there only. One, two, three, four. No need of all these things. No need. We will remove this. We don't want this. Now let's see what is happening. Are we seeing our code? Okay, so it is here. The image is missing. You can see the code like card. The background is like white in color.
Yes, bro.
Does they have white background? No, their background was black. Why our background is white? I don't know why it is white.
Bro, your screen is display is black, bro.
So only it is white.
Hmm.
I don't know why it is white. Let it be. But what we need to do, we need to have image, mm, male image. So we will have a template normal. We will not use this. We will. Where is that? Profile male image. We will use this or anything like that.
The material you only we have some images, no, bro. Icons.
Icons is different. We will just save it now. Copy image address. So as we have image over here, so we need to toggle it. So if it is male, amp dot gender triple equal to male. If it is male, then we should show this image. Okay, I will do alt z, so I will have it the if it is not male then it will be female. Then over here, over there we will show this image lines enable, copy link, copy image address. I don't know whether there it is link address or image address which we have copied. Let us see what is happening in our case. Okay, so we are getting image. So you can see now Rajesh name is this.
Yes.
Looks good. Like if it is not looking good, that is fine. You can take your time, create a good card, proper card. This is just for reference that we can have card which will have image, Rajesh name, and over here street. Now our concept was or requirement was when we click on this, we will go on certain page, a detail page, where we will have the complete other details. And
Other details. And over here.
over here we need to have a key. So we will add a key. So key will be basically employee dot underscore id. So this is the unique key. So this is done, and if someone is clicking on it, on click, we will have an arrow function, and we will directly okay, we will directly use. So we will have arrow function, and we will navigate it. We are going to navigate it to slash detail slash. Then we are going to add. We cannot have slash there, so we will have that. Again, we will have ternary itself. So it will be detail, employee detail. We will add, okay, employee detail, and then we will have id. So id we are going to add. So the rate emp underscore id. So on click of this we should go over here. So now this is something different, Rajesh and Nair, see, this is something different which we are going to show. So okay, emp, okay, so it will be emp dot underscore id. So we'll go to routes. So over here you can see now all this type of route. Now what we are going to create is something different, we will have this, basically what we have, employee list, and we will have, okay, we will have colon, we will have id, okay, and this we need to create a page that will be detail page, detail.js.
But then their path is employee detail, bro. Employee list, not.
Okay, so I added list, okay, sorry guys. So we have detail, so in detail we will create the same thing, copy, I will just copy it, paste it so that it will be fast. So we will remove everything from here, we will remove the div. This will employee detail, okay. So we will have home page, this will take us to home page, this will take us to home page. And now the second thing what we want is we will remove all these things, maybe later we will use it, but as of now we will remove it. We will do get api call, we will remove this. This is also we don't want.
Yeah, use navigate we need.
This is the twist, bro, we are not going to use navigate. Over here it will be it will not be employee list, it will be employee detail, okay. And this is not going to be an array, this is going to be an object because it is a single data. And get employee detail data, we will do this. And over here if we have home page, so we can, okay, we don't want this. We'll have this detail. Over here again it will be detail, okay. So this is but just basic setups, okay, which we are doing. So over here we will log it later on, okay. So now this employee detail we need to call, and over here we require id, so this is also will comment it. But first what we want is we need to just see when we click on that whether we are coming here or not, okay, on this page. I think everything is fine. Card action is defined but never used. Okay, we will remove this if you want. Let me remove this for you guys. Okay, so now we are on this page. Okay, I clicked on this card. We went to employee and we came here. Okay, this was to card employee form. Okay, sorry, because I didn't change the routing over here. I need to change it to detail. Detail is the component. This is fine. Okay, not defined. Button is not, navigate is not defined. Where we are using it, this in detail page. Okay, navigate we don't want. Okay, navigate we will want. Sorry. Navigate we want for this. Use navigate. Use navigate is fine. Get API call. Where is get API call? Okay, this one we don't want to call API as of now. So response and buttons, all these things is required. Button is there. We need to import this also. So I will directly add this. It will be imported from there. Okay, boom. This is done. Okay, so now what we are doing, so when we refresh the page, okay, this is not the page, so this is my home page. Okay, so now when I clicked on it, I came to employee detail and this is the ID of employee. This is fine. We are on employee detail page. If you click on home page, you will go to home page. Okay, again if you will click here, you will go to employee detail page. Now the twist over here is we sent this ID. Okay, but what, how we are going to get this? Okay, so you can have lots of approach, like whatever you want to do you can do it, like if you have any other approach. So we use normally constant param data equal to use params. This is also in hooks like use navigate. Now we will log this. Okay, let's log this. This is our URL param data. So Rajesh and Nair, you are getting it. Before we were using use location, got it, to
Hmm.
check the edit and everything. But now
Yes, Akbar.
what we did, we passed, from here we have passed id, this as an id,
Key
and
equals to
and over here we have done id colon id we have used. So this we will get in the use param. So if you log it, you are over here. If you log in and you will check use param, you will see we got a specific proper data id whatever we have sent from there.
okay.
So what we can do now, we can use this data directly to, and we will send this dot id. So this will, now from here we will call the API. To call this API, we have get API call, but before last one we required get detail API. So we will do get detail API and we will write it here in the API form. So whoever, like if you are thinking that how, like this is already created, so please go through our last videos. So because if I will start again doing all this thing in this video itself, then you will not get a point, like it will be like more lengthy video still, like this videos goes to like 1 hours for one part. So this will have id and this will have url. Get detail is fine. So over here we will call get detail API. Okay, so this will have param as well as this required url from where we are going to get it. So we saved it in that is saved in employee list. Employee list. Okay, so this is employee list over where we have shared that data. Or where is our home page? No, from employee form we will copy this. So this is the folder from where we need to fetch the data. So this will go here. We will have sub URL. So we will pass that also to the, okay. So as per our, we will remove the data. Over here we have ID. We have this will return us the data. Detail page has a sync await response. So I will remove the response from here, from home page. We already has one response. Home page is set. Now sub URL is not defined, so where it is in the detail page. So they are saying sub URL is not defined, we need to receive this as a parameter. So this is fine. Now why I did this, like Rajesh Nair or everyone, like because this is a detail page. Now you can copy this, okay, and paste it anywhere, okay. So if you will paste it, so API will be called directly. There is no need to check whether this is valid or not, everything. Getting a point? And over here, see, we got the data.
Okay.
Got it? Last time in the last
Um,
video, guys, we were seeing this video. I think in the last videos, how we had edit page, which we need to handle. Edit page cannot be accessible by anyone. But passing this ID, what we will do? So we using this ID, we can make an API call directly. So detail page means anyone can see the data. Okay. So you can make the URL likewise rather than having detail API, only this API, this URL. So this will make sense, but you need to pass the ID from internally using like props drilling and everything. Okay. So what I have did, I passed the ID over here, and using this ID we can call. So anyone who want to see, if you will if they will have this URL, they can directly go to that page, and on that page API is getting called and we are getting the details. Fine.
okay.
Okay, so we will show the detail likewise itself. There is nothing like more what we can do. We will just have a div. Okay, so we will have div and div, and we will just show it. So this div will have full name or else employee name. Okay, to employee full name equal to. So again, like no need to do this. I will add here. We will add here. It will be like, okay, first we need to set the. I think response to your data is already set. So I think over here we will get it. So this will be employee dot first name plus, we'll have comma, plus employee detail dot last name. So over here it will be full name and last name. Then we can have, I will do this. Okay, storage. So you can do it, enter. This will be full name, department, and over here it will be like whatever like order. I'm just trying to just complete the form. This will be like add full name, department, address is done. Then we have mobile number. You can arrange it in any order you want. Gender. So I think 1 2 2 3 4 5 6, and one is email address, na? Email. So we can directly write, we don't want all these things over here, so we will remove it from here. Okay, so we just write over here department. This will be address, and this will be, I think, number we have written, and this will be like gender, and this will be like email. So I think we are set. Now see, we got all the details. Full name Ramesh Kumar, department admin, address is this, mobile number is this, gender is male, email is this. You can go to home page, you can click here anytime. You can go to home page, you can click here anytime. Boom. ठीक है? So I will stop it here itself for today, because the edit one we can add the buttons. Okay, so we need to add two few buttons over here. So for that, what we say, like to edit and delete, I will just add it, and we'll just add it over here. Navigate to, I don't think we had edit and delete page. Now this is edit and this will be delete. So we can create edit wala funda. Edit is fine. Mm, but for delete, there will be no navigation. We will have direct a function, so I will remove as of now, because we will directly remove it and we will send it to Okay, so we need to do it over here. So why this is likewise? Okay, on click. So for delete, we will just delete it. For edit, so this will take us to edit page. But for edit, we are going to let me create a route at least. For edit, we'll create the same route. So Rajesh Nair, any doubt or any of you like whoever is watching this video, if you have any doubt, you can comment it down. So, but I will request you like for go through the playlist. I have playlist React.js tutorial. Go through each and every video, then come here. Don't directly jump to this video. You will not understand anything. If you are pro, then that is fine. You will understand. But still, I will request you go through it.
Both way.
So this is edit.
So basically,
Edit will take us to employee form. This is fine. So now if you'll go over here, we have edit and delete. If you click on edit, so this will take us to add form itself, because we are going to use the same form. But what I am thinking, for edit also we will give this option to fetch the data and everything. What you say, Rajesh and Nair? That will be fine for edit,
Okay.
because we will learn something new over here also. So we'll have this just like delete detail. Getting my point now, Rajesh and Nair, like why I'm doing this, because in last CRUD operation we have already done the normal prop passing in the URL state itself. Now we will do it likewise itself, so that from anywhere you can edit the page also. Okay, so we have routed it, and to route it in the detail page again, we need to over here we need to add it. So to add it, we need to create a string template. Okay, we'll have this slash, and over here we will add employee detail dot underscore id. So this is done. If you click on it now, no page found because edit has been changed. And when we click here, so it will go to undefined. Okay, sorry, it is undefined. I think employee detail what we are getting data, and that is underscore id. So this was correct. emp detail, what is wrong here?
you have not mapped no, bro.
No, mapping is not required here. This is fine. Why it is, let me pass it again.
Maybe check that, bro.
Okay,
ID,
okay,
ID which you have passed in the
got
past
it.
thing.
That like now got it.
Okay.
So this is fine. This will be going, this is going to be our edit page, same like as our add page. Now if you, we will stop the video here, and if you have any doubt anything, you can comment it down, like, share, comment, whatever you want to do, just don't report it. Okay, so we will so I am stopping the video here, because the edit part is more complicated. If I'll go through edit today itself, then like you will not understand everything, because add and edit, that is the main part of like any of the CRUD application or any of the like application, major application. Because in what we say, if you go to home page, you can easily see this. Home page is fine, just get API and you need to show the data. Detail is fine, just get API, show the data. Add is something like where we need to handle the validation, everything. Okay, now just assume that, just think that if you have not watched my previous video, just assume that how we are going to handle the edit in this same form. We have already written all this validation, everything. Now you like just assume how we are going to handle this. But trust me, after watching that edit wala video, you will think that how easily it has been done. So it is just complicated to think, but if you will see all the video, all previous videos, so you will understand what we are going to do. So but this is something different which we are going to try, just like detail we are going to try. For you, Nair and Rajesh, this will be the new thing, because with props drilling and like URL, how we pass data in the navigate, that is already done. You know how to pass data. So today you have already learned something new, that is use param hooks. Okay, use navigate is to route, use location is also there to get the location data, and this is use param to get the URL whatever data we are passing. So this is much
Okay.
easier, I think. Now you will understand this one is easier rather than that use location.
Okay, use location and use params both are same, bro.
Same, but in use param, what you get, you need to send the likewise. Routings will be done likewise, dynamic. This will change every time, na? So this will be in the common part, column which I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
In that, bro, in that location,
In location, we just pass the
we
data via
have declared.
navigate. No, no. In the
Uh,
navigate only, the second operation is
okay, okay,
the
okay. In
state.
that location, we have sent like
State, we create
uh,
a state and everything. In that
state.
we create an object and we
Yeah.
pass the id. Then in using location we used to search it. If you have forgot, then you also go and watch my last video, Rajesh. We are not going to like expand this video. So everyone, thank you. So we will try to create the edit wala part tomorrow, and mostly I think tomorrow we will complete this. And apart from that, you can use this, like this is crud.com. So over there you will get an API. For one day you can use only 100 to, so that is fine. Just do a setup and everything. This is good API, like what we say, fake API wala part. Over here you will use all that, put, post, everything. Okay, so and we are using material UI, so you can start from part 1, part 2, part 3, and even we have all the other CRUD operation